trade to make a living, it becomes so difficult. If you trade to make an income month end, it becomes so difficult. This is why we tend to see people start doing account management, start selling signals, selling all these other things to supplement that, right? And I always say this to people, is that trading is not, we must understand what trading is, right? It's an investment tool, right? It's not an income generator tool.
Warren Buffett was once told in the '08 crash, "Mr. Buffett, you have lost $10 million today." Do you know what he said? He said, "I haven't lost anything. I haven't sold." Me and Buffett have the same mindset. I'm tens of thousands in loss on my Euro USD trades, but I haven't lost anything because I haven't closed the trade. No stop loss. We share that mindset, and inshallah, the markets will turn around and I will be profitable. That's the problem with these traders nowadays. Stop losses, closing their trades. Don't close, don't lose.
Exactly.
Are you ready to trade your edge? Introducing our obsession, our ambition, our commitment to guide your training and support your success. Introducing a capital allocation program where we fund you to trade without charging a registration fee. Join AXI Select, improve your trading performance with our unique Edge score, and get funded up to $1 million to become a pro trader. Gain a competitive edge by enjoying a program with unrestricted trading conditions that empowers you to reach your full potential and succeed. Track your progress, monitor your trades, and perfect your trading approach with our comprehensive dashboard, offering advanced analytics and in-depth statistics. Gain access to an exclusive online trading room with live analysis sessions and educational videos, and communicate with other experienced traders and mentors. How confident are we of our groundbreaking new program? Confident enough to give traders like you up to $1 million of our funds to manage. Confident enough to give traders like you up to 90% of the profits from your trading. AXI's commitment to innovation, excellence and success has been recognized since 2007. Over 30 prestigious industry awards granted to the AXI group of companies. Operating globally while strictly following industry best practices to provide you with a secure trading environment. And proud sponsors of English Football Club, Premier League champions and treble winners Manchester City, Manchester City Women's Football Team, Brazilian Football Club Esporte Club Bahia, and Spanish Football Club Girona Football Club. Unlock your full potential with AXI Select and master the art of professional trading. Trade your edge. Trade with AXI Select.
Mr. Siyabonga, to call your name is sometimes I struggle with it, despite the fact that we have been together for a very long time. I think Mr. Singo Billy, are you around? Are you with us now? Hello, Mr.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I'm hearing you clearly.
Yeah, I'm saying it's raining this side, so
yeah, it's raining.
yeah.
It's raining everywhere. I spent 2 hours.
There's lightning,
from Santin to Midrand now. It drive up 10 minutes. I spent 2 hours. So I understand what you're saying, because it's raining heavily here too. But we are going to manage the situation tonight. Okay. So, but there's no problem. Let me now introduce, open the floor. Then we introduce you. Then we start asking question for people who want to ask question from you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Folarin Olafimihan. We are here tonight to let every one of you that have 1 or 2 questions with AXI Select. Mr. Singobile is my good friend. I think by now we should be around 8 or 9 years friendship. We met with together. The first time we met is from FXTM, if I'm if I still remember very well, and that should be starting from 2017, 2018, and we have been friends now until now when he moved from FXCM to AXI Select, and we are still friends, good friends today. So his name is Singobile Pilani. I'm sorry, I may not pronounce the name properly because our tongues. If I ask him to pronounce my name now, he's going to mess it up the way I did. I'm so sorry for that. So tonight we want Mr. Pilani to help us answer some questions, and he will tell us more about AXI Select and the benefit and the difference between AXI Select program and the normal prop firm we know in the town. So, Mr. Pilani, I think I'll hand over the mic to you. Then you can start. First of all, you need to tell us about AXI Select product. Then I think if you I don't know, maybe if you have some information about that table that spoke about multiplier, because some of our members are struggling to understand the multiplier. So if you can share the screen with us and explain the multiplier, then after that, one or two questions from people that have interest to join or people that are already running AXI Select, because we have almost 9 people already. So, and we call it a day we release because you have been working since throughout the day.
Adelola is keeping me busy.
Yeah, Adelola keep you busy since morning till night. So we don't want to waste your time. So, and we really appreciate your time for at least attend to us with every job you did today. Okay, so the floor is for you now, Mr. Sinkupili.
All right, no, Bola, thank you for the introduction. Hi everyone, good evening, good afternoon, and I know some of you are in the US. What time is it in the States? Is it past 12? What time is it there, Lola?
Yeah, it's past 1 p.m.
Past 1 p.m. Afternoon to you. And then I know the guys in Nigeria, you are an hour behind. So yeah, I think good evening to you. So yeah, my name is Simobile Ngubane. I'm based in South Africa, in Johannesburg in Sandton. So I've been with the company for going to 4 years now. So I was with FXCM, now called Xfinity. I know FXCM is quite big in Nigeria. I've been in Nigeria as well, Ikeja. So I can say I'm a bit familiar with the place that side as well. So yeah, I've been in the company for some time. I'm a regional manager. So I manage Africa, like Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Lesotho, all the growing regions in South Africa, but in Africa. But for now, we just have an office in South Africa. We are planning in years to come, which is something that we've been discussing with the gentlemen that have attended here at Delola and Ayo and Ola, to have an office in Nigeria. But it's something that we are planning to look at in the near future. Yeah. So maybe let me speak a bit about the company before we go through AXI Select. So AXI is an Australian broker. It's been in operation from 2007. So we have different licenses, regulation, because before you work with any broker, it's important to make sure that they are regulated. And not just any regulation from Seychelles and all these funny locations, but we are regulated with the strongest regulating bodies. Just to name a few, we are regulated in Australia with ASIC. We are regulated in the UK. We also have a big office in the UK as well with FCA. We're regulated in Dubai with DFSA. We regulated in Cyprus. We also regulated in South Africa as well with FSCA, right? As you know, that is also one of the strongest regulating bodies. The reason why I'm mentioning these authorities or these regulating bodies is that should you have any issues with a broker, you know who to because sometimes people do complain about the brokers, but sometimes you don't know if, let's say, there's a broker in South Africa, but they're not regulated locally, they're not regulated anywhere. Maybe they're regulated in Seychelles. It's very difficult for you to lay a complaint. But if, let's say, there's anything that you're not happy with the broker, it's easy. You can go to ASIC, you can go to the one in the UK, you can also open any case also locally here in South Africa as well, and then it will be attended to, right? And then we also have offices in all those regions that I mentioned to you. In Dubai, if you're around Dubai, you can go to our office there. That's fine. You just need to speak to let me know, and then I can get the guys that side to maybe attend to you if there's a need for that. If you are in the UK, you can also do that as well. Unfortunately, don't have an office in the USA. Sorry, Adelola. Yeah. Maybe in the near future, you can open an office for us that side, but at the moment, yeah. And then for anyone who's in South Africa, do have an office in Sandton. If you do want a one-on-one, you can let me know. We can set up, you can come to the office and then I can take you through, because I know other people, they prefer that one-to-one or face-to-face, just to build more trust. Okay. And then also, maybe before I start with AXI Select, the reason why I want to mention the regulating bodies also with the segregation of funds, it's quite important that your funds, when you make a deposit, it doesn't go to the company or to the executives or whoever. There's a segregation of funds. Clients' funds are kept separately, right? And also we have what we called negative balance protection, which is quite important, more especially if we are trading fundamentals. Since this coming Friday is going to be NFP, we've heard of people that are trading NFP and then they end up owing the broker because you open big lot sizes and then something happens in the market, you are in a big negative balance and then you end up owing the broker. So we have a negative balance protection. And then also, should anything happen to the broker, we pay up to, God forbid, let's say the broker closes down, we pay up to $20,000 of your funds, right? So for example, if we have $5,000 in our account, and then God forbid anything happens, the company has to close down, we pay you up to 20,000 of your funds, which I think it's a reasonable amount. It's very rare sometimes to find someone having more than $20,000 in their account. So I think that should also give you some, some good news, knowing that your funds are safe and if anything happens, you will get your funds back. All right, and then let's go to AXI Select. In 2023, we launched somewhere in September, we launched AXI Select, which is funding for talented traders. So we start funding from $500 all the way up to $1 million. But as I mentioned before, it's funding for talented traders, right? The reason why we call it funding for talented traders is because we don't fund just anyone. You need to prove yourself before we give you the funds, right? As I'm speaking to you now, we have one client in Spain that qualified for $1 million. He started trading the $1 million from early this month. And the profit split on that account, it's 90-10. So picture this, you are trading 1 million. If you just make 10% of the capital, which is 100,000, right? And the profit split is 90-10, meaning that you are taking away $19,000 and the broker will just take $10,000, right? So I think that's a very good offering or a good opportunity for anyone who is a good trader, right? Or someone who's willing to learn, because if you don't qualify or you qualify and then it happens that along the way you get disqualified, we don't just kick you out. We give you 3 tries, but after three tries, then we have to let you go, because our prop firm is on the live account. Everything that we are doing, there's no demo account. So from the $500, from the seed stage, the $500 is on a live account all the way up to the $1 million, right? And our prop firm is free. There's no charge, right? You don't buy any account. As we know that these so-called other prop firms, you have to buy an account. I've heard some of the brokers, they even charge close to $200, right, to get an account. But on our side, when you open an account, when you sign up, I think some of you have signed up, we give you 2 accounts. We give you a standard account, a normal standard account, and we also give you an AXI Select account, right? So you can fund any of these accounts with any amount. To start, you don't need to start with $500. You can fund with $50. You can fund with $100 to prove yourself, right? There's an edge score that you need to meet. The edge score is based on your trading skill. So your risk management, your drawdown, your profitability. After opening 20 trades, we have a system that we've built up. You don't need to do the calculation yourself. There's a system that we have that we've built up for over years. We've been working this over years, like from the time I joined the broker, the developers have been working on it. So you have to score 50% edge score. Then you will get an email from the broker saying, Ola, you've qualified for AXI Select. You are required, you need to fund with $500. And then on our side, we open an allocation account with $5,000, right? However, you are not trading our money directly. It works like copy trading. So you are trading your AXI Select account or your $500. And then on our side with the allocation account, we are copying your trade. So when you make money, we also make money. That unfortunate part, when you are losing, we are also losing on our side, right? But let me share my screen and just take you through so that you can see what I'm talking about. Can you allow me to share screen? Adelola?
You can share.
Yeah,
you can share.
Okay. Oh, no, the host needs to allow me, enable me. I'm disabled.
Adelola.
You are the host now, Egbo.
Momo, I know.
Okay. No, it's still saying host disabled participant share
just
screen.
Go to behind, very close to share. Put your button around. Then you see one button that is pointing up.
Okay, you can share simultaneously. I've seen.
Yeah.
Okay, I've done that.
You've done that? Okay, let me see. All right, great.
Do you manage to share?
Yeah, it's still loading. Let me know if you can see.
Yeah, we are seeing now. Yeah.
You can see. Okay.
I'm seeing at my end now.
Okay, so let me just move this. All right. So as I mentioned earlier, I think I've already covered most of the parts here. So the edge score, it's based on your risk, your skill. I think I mentioned this earlier, the risk, which is your drawdown, the consistency. So obviously we need to see that you can make money over time, and then also your experience, right? So that's the system or the equation. That's how the developers call it. So based on this, for the system will score, you have to score 50% up to qualify for AXI Select, right? And then you need to open a minimum of 20 trades. So these trades are open and closed. So it's not just open trades, because there's a lot of clients that have just had like 20 trades that are open, but they're not closed. It must be open and closed for it to qualify, right? As part of the 20 trades, achieve an edge score 50, a minimum deposit is $500. However, as I mentioned before, when you start, it's not a must for you to fund $500. You can fund $100, $200 to qualify. For example, today you can open AXI Select account, fund with $50, open 20 trades, get an edge score of 50, then you'll be required. So in the same day, you can qualify for AXI Select. That's when you'll be required to fund with $500. Okay. Let me just go to the table so I can take you through that. So these are the stages. So we have 6 stages for you to get to Pro-M, which is Pro Million. So the client from Spain that I was mentioning to, he's already on Pro-M, right? Meaning that his edge score is 90 up. So for you to be on Pro-M, you need to increase your score or get your score up to 90% up, right? But let's start on the seed stage. So let's say you open 20 trades, edge score is 50. You get an email, you fund with $500, so you'll be on the seed stage, right? Edge score is 50, as we mentioned earlier. The multiplier is 10. The maximum funding is $5,000, okay? Your profit split for 30 days is 0. So for 30 days, you need to prove yourself. The reason why on the seed stage, there's no profit split, it's because, as you remember, I mentioned earlier that our prop firm, we're running everything on the live account and it's free, right? So for 30 days, you need to prove yourself that if we give you more money, you'll notice on the incubation like 20,000, are you going to grow it or lose it? So for 30 days, that's where we are testing you. And any amount that you lose, which is the unfortunate part for AXI, any amount that you lose on seed stage, it's real money. Right. I don't know if maybe Ola, you've also mentioned this. We are changing the profit target from increasing it from 5% to 7%. The reason for that, it's because it was easy for people to qualify for seed stage, right? We give them our money and then they lose it. Because as I mentioned earlier, that's everything that we are doing is on the live account. So if you are losing, you are losing our money, right? For example, if we give you the $5,000, you lose on your $500, let's say you are losing $5, for example, the multiplier is 10. So 5 times 10, it's going to give you how much? $50, right? That means on our allocation account as a broker, we are already losing $50. You only lost $5, but as a broker, we're already sitting on a loss of $50. And imagine if we have hundreds of clients on seed losing just $5. That means as a broker, it's $50 times hundreds of clients. That's a lot of money. So that's why we've decided to increase so that it's not that easy. You need to work hard to prove yourself before we can give you more money and trust you with our money to trade it. And that 7% we also checked compared with other brokers. It's still the lowest in the industry comparing with other brokers. Other brokers, their profit target is 10%. Right. Our profit target was 5, which was one of the lowest. Now we've moved it just to 7% to also protect ourselves. Because at the end, both parties have to benefit. We also need to make money as a broker. Also, you as a client need to also make money if you are a good trader, right? But both parties have to, there must be a return on investment for us. But if it's only the broker that is taking out money, the business won't be sustainable. In the next 2 to 3 years, we won't be available. And the reason why we launched Prop Firm is because, as we know, that traders are undercapitalized, more especially in Africa. Traders don't have enough money. And as you know, that if you don't have enough money, you won't survive in the market. There's big sharks in the market, right? So that's why we came up with AXI Select to also give you an edge, which is one of our slogans, is to give our clients. So from the time the broker launched, it's always to give an edge to our clients, right? Okay, let's go back to the table. Where was I? Okay, profit share is 0. Profit target is 5%. Let's work on this table, but just keep in mind that it is from the 15th of March, it's going to increase to 7%. But we're just going to work with the numbers that we have here. So profit target is 5%. So 5% of $50, that should be $25, if I'm not mistaken. Stage duration, it's 30 days. Trade per stage is 20, meaning that we have to open 20 trades, open and close. Leverage is 1. Maximum loss is 10%. 10% of $500, which is 50. So you must not lose more than 50% of the capital of your $500, or $500 of our $5,000, if you want to look at it that way, right? After 30 days, should it happen, or should you prove yourself that you are a good trader, you meet all these criteria or these conditions that we have, then you move to incubation, right? Incubation, then you'll be required to fund with $2,000. So here, please focus mostly on the maximum funding or the allocation account, right? So for example, because I can see here, if you take 1,000 times 10, it's going to give you 10,000. It's not going to give you 20,000. So if you want an allocation of 20,000, that means you have to fund your account with $2,000. Okay. And then edge score after 30 days needs to be 60 from 50. And then the multiplier is still 10. And then the allocation account is 20 if you fund with 2,000. If you fund with 1,000, your allocation account will be 10,000, which is still fine. So it's up to you if you want 20 or you want 1,000. Now you start earning. So your profit share now is 40. So we take 60% and then you take 40, right? But as you go through this stage, you will see this number, it starts to be more on your side than on ours, right? And then profit target still 5%. Stage duration 60 days, meaning that you're on the stage for 2 months, but the good part you are earning now. And then trade per stage is 40 because it's 2 months, so you can open 2020. Leverage it's 1 to 100, and then maximum loss is 10%. Okay. After 60 days, should you also prove yourself and then meet an edge score of 70 and also meet all these conditions stipulated under incubation, then you move to acceleration. Again here, please focus on the multiplier. If you want 100,000, it means that you need to fund with 4,000. So it's 4,000 times 25, which is going to give you 100,000. However, if you fund with 2,000 times 25, it's going to give 50. You can do the calculation on your side. So if you fund with 2,000, you get 50, which is still fine. But if you want a higher allocation account, then you can fund with 4,000, and then you will be sitting on 100,000. Now you can see here, the profit split is 50-50. You take 50 of the profits that you generate, we keep the 50. And then profit target is still 5%. And stage duration is 60, and then trade per stage now is 50, just extra 10 from the previous stage. Leverage 1 to 100, maximum loss still 10%, right? Maybe let me put a pause here. Are there any questions maybe so far? Hello? Yes, Temi, if I... Hello? Oh, hello?
Can you hear me? Am I audible enough?
Hola, can you, I don't know if it's me or what.
I think let me talk about it, but it's like his phone is humming. Instead for the phone to be working, it's just making noise. So, Sigobile, please continue with your presentation.
Oh, say there's no, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move to, so I was on acceleration. After 60 days, you meet all the conditions, your edge score is 70, then you move to pro stage, right? On pro stage, the minimum equity is 4,000. So if you already funded with 4,000 on acceleration, when you get to pro, if you have 4,000 or anything above, you're still fine. Because if you take 4,000 multiply by 50, it should give you how much? $200,000, right? Profit split, it's 70-30, meaning that you take 70%, we keep 30, right? Profit target is 5%, stage duration is still the same, 60, trade per stage is 50, leverage still the same, and then the maximum loss is still 10%, right? Then after 60 days, if you meet the condition, then you move to Pro M. Minimum equity is 5,000. And then your profit split, now you can see it's 80. Meaning that out of the $500,000, if you just make, let's say 100,000, or maybe let's say 10,000 profit, 80%, which is $8,000 will be your profit. That's what you take home, right? And then we just keep the 20%, which is 2,000, which I think it's massive. That's a lot of money, more especially in Africa, right? $8,000 is a lot of money. And then profit target is 5%. Stage duration is 60 days. Trade per stage is 50. So from acceleration to Pro M, we've kept it the same. Leverage still the same. Maximum loss or drawdown is 10%. Okay. Then if you are a good trader, that means if you get to Pro M, you are one of the talented traders that the broker is looking for, right? Pro M minimum equity is 5,000. Now the multiplier is 200, right? So this is where the secret is, guys. If you just get, let's say you push to get to maybe Pro 500, for example. If you are trading and then on a particular month, you just make $100, right? And then the multiplier, it's 100. Because you'll notice on your account, your AXI Select account, you're just going to see 100. But when you go to our allocation account, your $100 will be multiplied by 100. Let's say you are on Pro M, will be multiplied by 100, meaning on our side, on our allocation account, you are making $10,000. But on your AXI Select account, you're just making $100. But the secret is the multiplier. Because once you get here, that means we trust you more, right? It works like leverage, right? We trust you more with our money, right? So we multiply the money. Whatever you are making, we also multiply it. So the leverage, but this is a double-edged sword, guys. If, let's say the opposite side, you are losing $100, that means on our allocation account, we are losing $10,000, which is not nice, right? But let's look at the positive. We are making 10,000, right? So 80%, which is 8,000 will be your take home. And then we keep 20% of the money, which is 2,000. Okay. So yeah, so these are the stages. I'm just thinking if there's anything that I might have missed. But any questions, guys, so far? Is that clear, or is there anything you want to ask? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, any questions? It's quiet here in this room.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Yeah, Singly. Quick one. Can you go back to the charts? Can you go down a little bit to the
okay.
Yeah. Now the 10%, I have a lot of people asking this question. This 10% that you have here.
10% the drawdown.
Yeah, is it once you draw down at 10%, you get cut off, or is when you close at 10% loss?
Can you repeat your question? Are you asking if the 10% when the position is still running?
Yeah, if you have a running trade that is at minus negative 10%.
We're gonna automate the system. Yeah, the system is gonna automatically close your exit select account, which is your money, the $500, for example. If you are losing 10%, which is $50, that will still be running. However, our allocation account, the system, will close at 500, which is 10% of the 5,000.
Okay.
Because the reason behind that, I think you will understand, because you don't know where the market is gonna turn.
Sure.
Because we can't say, okay, let's see, maybe at $1,000 the market is gonna turn. What if it doesn't turn? It goes all the way down to 5,000. So that's why we say, let's close our money, right? Because you've reached the 10% condition that we've stipulated, and then we can let you decide on your $500 if you want to close the $50 or you want to let it dry, because that's your money. Remember, you can do whatever you like with it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I have a lot of people ask me that question. Okay.
Then, so they will notice that allocation will just close when they log in. Allocation will just close.
Then on the 7%, if you're already let's say you're already in the AXI select and you're already funded, the new 7%, does it where you guys start at 7% profit, does it count for the new account number, somebody that just joining the AXI select, or it's for everybody across board?
No, it's for everyone. So once we go live for, but I think the emails, if I'm not mistaken, I just need to check. Communication has already been sent out to inform all the clients that we have of the changes prior. It should have been sent on Monday, if I'm not mistaken, so that by the time the changes are taking place, you are aware, or if you're not happy with it, then you can reach out to me, and then but unfortunately even if you reach out to me, I can't do much on my side because it's across board. All the regions are doing the same. So the only thing that I am trying to push, because $500, to be honest, in Africa it's a bit steep. In South Africa, that's like close to Ola, if you help me, it's like 9,000.
That's about 10,000. Roughly
10,000. Yeah, it's quite steep. It's a lot of money, right? So we are pushing. I'm just not sure when, but I'm pushing to drop the $500 at least to $250. I think for us, that's more achievable or attainable, than the $500. However, if we drop it, the question that they have, if we drop to 250, what's going to happen to the allocation account? Because they might drop it to half still. So instead of getting $1 million, we can end up at $500 because our clients are not able to fund 5,000. They can only fund up to $2,500. That's the negative side of it. But I think it's something that maybe we can also, you guys let me know if it's something that is it the $500 or do you want to drop it to 250, but it's something that we can discuss offline. I just thought of it now, so I just wanted to share.
That makes sense. So that more people more people in Africa will be able to participate, right?
Yeah, but now the negative side, the allocation account, because everyone is running after the 1 million. But now if now you can fund with the minimum to get 1 million, that means you can fund half. That means they can only allocate you up to 500,000 instead of 1 million. Obviously, I think most people wouldn't like that. So that's where we are stuck at the moment. But
So then one more question. When is the 7% kicking off? Which date exactly?
That's March 17th.
17th, 17th, 15th and 17th,
All right, okay. That will be. I think somebody else wants to ask question.
Mr. Obi user.
Yes.
Good evening. This is Gerald. That's my Christian name. Yeah. Yes, Ngopile, thank you for your presentation. The $500 first question I want to ask, then I have a suggestion on the last point you just made with Lola. First question, if somebody hits the 10% drawdown and the allocation account stops trading, does he have a second chance to do over and then get reinstated?
Yes, correctly. So we have 3 tries. So we call it quarantine. So on the first try, if you hit the 10%, I'm gonna put you on quarantine for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But as a trader, as you know when you lose money, you're not thinking straight.
Yeah.
So we can't just say, okay, start again the next day. We need to give you some time, go back to your trading plan, see where you've made mistakes, and prove yourself again by opening 20 trades. Then you start the journey again. 3 tries. Remember that on the first try, we've already lost money with you. Real money. Right. So if it's 10% of 5,000, we've already lost 500, but we're still willing to give you another second try, third try. But on the third try, that means we've already lost 1.5 of our money. So then we just stop or close your account. Yeah.
Okay, then may I suggest something to you?
Yes.
I'm looking at this table. You have said you are pushing to see if they will allow a minimum deposit of 250 for some to qualify for the AXI Select program.
Yeah.
And I don't think that should affect the 1 million. The reason is what I currently see is 6 levels. You can just turn it into 7 levels. The 7th level will still be the 1 million, but the first level will be the 250. So you would have 250, 500, and then 1,000 and 2,000. You get my point. It's a suggestion. It's a suggestion. You know why I'm suggesting this to you?
Yeah.
1 million is a worthy target for a gladiator to chase after.
Yeah, correct.
It's an inspiring target to aim at.
Inspiring target, yeah.
Yes. So that's why I'm suggesting that from a marketing perspective.
Okay, all right. So you're suggesting we add a table just before seed?
Yes, that's my suggestion to you.
Whatever we're going to call it, and then it's that with 250 seed incubation. Okay, I see. All right. No, that's a good suggestion. We'll discuss it internally. But as soon as we've decided, I'll definitely share with Ola and Adelola, and then they will come with you guys. Yeah.
That's fine, no problem. Thank you.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, Mr. Chris.
Yes. My in there is very simple. We were discussing the Pro 500 account where you get, you get to the 5,000. I mean the 5,000, and then you want a fund to go to the million. I'm looking at if you're doing 50 trades and you're doing well and you're keeping 90%, there's no way you wouldn't find that 5,000 to be able to do the million if you get accepted to do the Pro AM. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a lot of money. You're going to keep a lot of money.
A lot of money because you've already made more than 5,000.
Thank you. So we'll leave that. I think you should just leave that at that. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Now, I think the first suggestion, it's a good one. Instead of making any changes on what we have now, we just add a first column with 250, right? But everything else stays the same.
And that will give a lot of people access, because I know we have some very smart traders in Africa, but sometimes it's the funding that, they fall short on. So with that, I'm sure you'll see a lot more people wanting to join the program.
Yeah. All right. Now, thank you for that suggestion. I think it's also part of the reason why to qualify, we are giving an opportunity to everyone. Like I mentioned earlier, that as soon as you register, we give you 2 accounts. We give you the AXI Select account and then the normal standard account, meaning anyone can fund AXI Select account with any amount. The $500 only comes in once you've qualified, Because I know with other prop firms, as soon as you start or you want to get an account with them, there's a fee that you have to pay. And I'm sure it's not less than $100, right? Because you buy an account, there's a subscription. But on our side, whatever amount, even if you fund with $100, that's still your money that you can withdraw the next day should you decide that this is not for you, right? Even the $500 that you fund with, that's still your money. It's not our money, right? You can withdraw it anytime should you feel like withdrawing. Like if this thing is, you can see that it's not working for you. So yeah, so we, like I said earlier, we're trying to help as many traders as we can, right? Because we all know that to make money, you need money, right? But as a broker, even if the broker has the money, they can't just give everyone, throw money around. You need to prove yourself. And the people that will remain with are the people that are making money for the broker. Because I think if you are a smart trader, what I usually say, make sure that the broker makes money. Even on the partnership deals, I don't know if maybe it's something that you've discussed with your leaders. With the partnership deals, you need to make sure that the broker is making money. If the broker is making money, they will definitely take care of you. Right. But if the broker is not making money, there's no way they're going to take care of you or support you. Right. So, but yeah, I think, yeah, we can. Yeah. But thank you for that suggestion, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Mr. Olayinka Abiodun. Mr. Olayinka Abiodun, maybe you unmute your mic. Okay. Temitope.
Good evening, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, no, it's audible now. We can hear you.
Single Billy, thank you for your presentation. I want to ask, the top up we have to put on the account, do we wait for the broker to tell us now we have to add more funds, or we can add it ourselves?
Okay, that's a good question. You can, so when you get allocated the two accounts, one of them is the AXI Select account, not the allocation account, right? Allocation account only comes in once you've qualified or you've hit the edge score 50, right? So with your question, you can fund, if you have money, you can just fund with $5,000. Right. So, you know, when you start, you fund your seed account with $5,000 so that when you move through these different stages, there's no need for you to keep on funding. I have a client that did that last year. He funded straight away with $4,000. At the moment, he's trading with 100,000, but his equity is I think, because he funded with 4,000, but it's sitting on almost $6,000 now. So you can fund with any amount that you have above $500 on the seed stage. That's still fine. I don't know if does that answer your question, sir?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, thanks, sir.
Mr. Olayinka Abiodun.
Yes, sorry, I was having trouble unmuting my phone. Please, I just have a question. If you have what happens if you have a drawdown on the other stages, like assuming you're on the acceleration stage or incubation stage, if you have a drawdown, will you go back to the seed? Or you have to start that particular stage all over again?
No, unfortunately, if you, let's say you're on the acceleration, after 10%, you go to quarantine. Quarantine, when you come back, you start from the first stage, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part, but yeah. And maybe just on top of that, you can't skip stage, because I have clients that have funded with $5,000 with an intention to skip some stages. Even if you fund with $5,000, you're still going to start on the seed stage.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me quickly ask my own, because I'm expecting one of my members to ask. Is in the house. I'm seeing him, but I can see that he refused to raise his hands up. After the class, they will start bothering me, asking me questions. Instead for them to ask you that you have the first class information. So, like, let me say from like seed that you need 30 days. That 30 days is minimum day to qualify. You can qualify 100 days, 90 days, 120 days. But that 30 days is minimum day. Am I right?
Correct, sir.
So like somebody who want to make like qualify for 100,000, the minimum day is 60 days, which is minimum day. But it can now qualify after 6 months. It can
go 6 months.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Because this person is asking me, he was asking me yesterday that he has spent 33 days on seed, and he has not made 5% to move to the other side. So he's thinking maybe they will stop him. I said no, it's minimum. It's even written there. Stage duration, minimum days. Because broker 2 knows that there are days that market, there are not even days, there are weeks, there are months that market will not give you the permission to get profit. So they can't give you maximum day. They can only give you minimum day. Now it depends on how active you are to make sure that, okay, you meet up a minimum day. And if minimum day is not meet up, the most important thing is you must get other parameters right, which is 20 trades within the minimum day or within any day. But you cannot, if you get 20 trades in 15 days, you are not qualified. You have to wait for minimum days. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
And while you're on that, I had a client last week on seed. Qualified for the seed stage, funded with $500. The 5% same day hit 5%, which is $25 off the $500. Yeah. And then 20 trades, same day, he opened 20 trades. However, now the stage duration. So he was asking, am I going to remain on this stage waiting for 29 days? Yes. Even if you have met the 5% and the 20 trades, you're still going to wait for 30 days, right? Because like what you said, Ola, it's very right. On the second day, third day, anything can happen. That 5% might drop to 3%, 2%, and brokers know that, right? So they want to see for 30 days if you're going to maintain or maybe grow it, or you're going to drop.
Correct.
You know, because sometimes you can be lucky in the market, you're trading fundamentals, you hit 5% very quickly. And then, and also, we also have position, because that day traders, you know, sometimes they take time, like 50 trades. Some people, it's going to take them months to open the 50 trades because of their strategy. So like you said, Ola, that's why you don't have maximum, but we have minimum because of such traders.
So I think we really appreciate your time.
Can I ask one more question before you guys? Yeah. So that just occurred to me. You mentioned somebody that funded with $4,000 at the beginning of the yes. So now my question is, at the sixth stage, when the profit target is 5%, will the 5% be 5% of the $4,000 before it's funded, or 5% of $500?
So it's going to be 5% of the $5,000 to make it easy. So we don't focus on the, that's a good question. Yes. So, but focus on the 5,000, because even if you fund with 4,000, it's going to give you how much? 5,000 on our side. So it's going to be 5,000 of the, it's going to be 5%, sorry, of the 5,000, which is how much? Is it 250?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's 250. Yeah, because 10% is 500, so it's going to be 250.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, makes sense.
So I think most of the things that people are asking is what you have answered. The only thing I want to tell all the people inside this meeting is that don't let me lie to you. You cannot start from seed. You see, 60 days, 30 days, 90 days, 90 plus 60, 150 days, 150 plus this, 210, 210 plus this, 210 plus, that's a 270 days. So if you look at this journey very well, it will look as if you can use 1 year to reach there. It's a big lie. Don't force yourself. For you to move from 30 to this 200, you can take the whole year or more. You have to just be a consistent and a very focused, disciplined trader. Let me tell you the unfortunate thing. Imagine you work hard and reach here, then you hit your minus 10%, you are coming back here. So why can't you take 2 years for this journey than to take 6 months to this year, to this place and go back, and take 6 months to this place and go back? So Forex, and let me tell you, the major problem that all of us have, myself inclusive, because I don't want to just focus on you guys, is that many of us, we are so desperate to make money. In this industry, once you are desperate, you don't have the character of a trader. A desperate trader would never achieve anything. I'm telling you with my 25 years experience, you can never achieve anything. Be consistent, be focused. And that is why, even when you are trading AXI Select, which will empower you to have more capital, still go and do business outside trading. The day you start doing business and you don't focus that the money from your trading is what to make, is what you're going to pay your bill, you have laid a foundation to become a professional trader. But if you are I don't know, because I know how desperate some people are. They can go to bank, they can go anywhere and go and borrow money now. And go and borrow $2,000 that, no, this AXI Select, I must get 1 million this year. It's possible, but it's not feasible. So, and you remember that you have time limit. Once you fail the first time, you go to quarantine. After 2 weeks, they reevaluate you. You come back. You fail, you go to quarantine. After 2 weeks, you come back. The third time you go to quarantine, you go bye-bye. You can never qualify again. You can hear that he said it. So, but if you can take your time, especially with our strategy, if you are a good edge trader and you take your time, I'm telling you, in the next year, 2 years, nothing can stop you to manage $1 million. And the most problematic things, or the most unfortunate thing in Africa, is that it's not easy for you to deposit the money that can give you enough capital at a time. Some people say I deposited $1,000. What is $1,000? And let me tell you, if a funded broker is telling you 7%, 7% of $1,000, do you know how much is that? That is $70. You can't survive with $70. Nigerian plate, Nigerian food in South Africa is $120 per plate just to eat a food. Nigerian real food is $120. And when you say $7% in the whole month, that means because that is only reasonable thing. And that is why you have to approach this thing with an investment mind, not to come and gamble. If you put investment mind within 6 months, 7 months, like what we say, look at when you are immediately you enter $100,000 stage, and you are getting like 50% of $100,000. 7% of $100,000 is how much? 50% of it. That is where you start making money, and that money does not mean that you must make it every month. No, you have to just be patient, be focused, be disciplined. And if at all you are making 50% every 2 months, and you are saving those money to another account that you can trade on your own, or again, before you know it, in the next 2-3 months, in the next 2-3 years, your financial story will start changing. That is how you can use Forex to build wealth. Not the way people are so aggressive to make money. That's why people comes to this place and come and see maybe they will make cheap money. There's no cheap money in trading. There's no cheap money. Sibongile, Sikombile, am I lying?
Yeah.
You are in the industry for
Nah,
very long time.
you fit it.
I was in one of FTM seminar in those days when we normally meet in that seminar. There's one Indian guy that they told that Indian man that he can quickly double money. This man said he came to that event. He said he would never trade Forex again because he lost 10 million rand in 1 month. Because he came with the mind of putting 10 million rand in trading account and make it 20 million in a month or 2. Once you have that mind, this business is not for you. Me, I don't know how to motivate anybody. You are not here for me to motivate. I'm here for you to tell you the truth. But if you are asking me, Mr. Folarin, can I build my future wealth by trading? I will tell you 100%. But you have to put a plan, a target. If let's say you work in an office and they are paying you plus or minus $2,000 every month, which is very rare in Africa, because $2,000 in South Africa is about plus or minus 40,000 rand per month.
40,000, yeah.
And that means you already have finished your master or PhD. And when we are talking about 40,000 rand in Nigeria, we are talking about 4 million naira. 4 million naira. Let's say roughly 4 million naira per month. For you to reach that time, look at your investment. Primary school, secondary school, university first degree, university second degree, university master. And if you do honors, you add that honors to it. So you can see your investment. You can see the year you take it. So there's no shortcut for success in this world. Just go and learn that. There's no shortcut. Because if you said you saw a medical doctor that is collecting 100,000, 1 million naira, or is collecting 50,000 rand every month, go and look at his investment. By the time you look at his year to get that certificate, he or she have invested 20 years or more to get that certificate that earned him that money. Now, and that person, no matter how convenient he is, if you can spend your 5 years on this thing we are showing you tonight, you will earn more than some country president every month. I'm telling you the truth. But it's an investment that will take you time and a journey. Once you come to Forex that you want to come and double, you are going to live with empty wallet. I won't hide this from anyone that is following me. You are going to leave that industry with empty wallet. But if you are the one that, okay, like what you are saying now, if you know that you can't have $500 to do it, you can have a plan. Go and open a cent account with a broker that allow you to open cent account, fund your cent account, be trading it, be focused on it. 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, maybe you make $500, you put it here. It's a plan. Everything about life is a planning. There's nothing that you have to rush and make. So this is how we are going to end the class tonight. We have already spent 1 hour, which is normal time we normally spend on our webinar. Mr. Sibongile, I really appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And I know
anytime, man.
You really risk a lot of things, because I normally tell my friends in South Africa, if your closing time is 4 p.m. and you go there for 1 minute past 4, they will not attend to you. Every broker, let me give you an example. In Nigeria, I have accounts with HFM South Africa and I have accounts with HFM Nigeria. When I call HFM Nigeria on Saturday, they will respond to me. When I chat, they will respond within 1 minute. When I call them on Sunday, the guy will leave church service. Or he will tell me that, Baba, just give me 2 hours after church service. He will talk to me. In South Africa, all my people, account manager in South Africa, on Friday, 4 o'clock, all of them switch off their phones. You cannot reach them until 9 a.m. on Monday. And the same thing applicable to everybody in South Africa, every business. So for you to come out at this time and be talking to us, I know you did a lot of job and have inconvenienced you to the maximum. I know that. So we are Nigerians,
okay,
we are hustler. See, as I'm talking now, if somebody call me now, take my car key. South African man will tell you, I'm sleeping. We see tomorrow in the office. Nigeria, we are desperately, and that is why it's affecting every area of our life. We are too fast. We are too fast in everything. We are too desperate. We want to have 10 cars. We want to have 20 cars. We have to have 20 houses. But when I came to South Africa, I realized that once somebody can have one bedroom, 1.5 bedroom, that person will tell you, I have a house. I don't look for anything again. I just want to enjoy my life. Nigeria, when Nigeria have 10 flats, buildings, one in South Africa, one in Nigeria, one in Kenya, he's still running to have another one in UAKU until he die on the running.
Yeah.
So yes, that is how God created us. Even sometimes I ask myself as a Nigerian, that what kind of energy, what kind of spirit living in us? We are so, I don't know, that energy is too much. So I really thank you, Mr.
No, it's okay.
So if we have anybody that want to ask more questions, maybe I'll send you through email. Okay. And by the time everything is changing, by the grace of God, I know you'll be updating every one of us, and that maybe there's some programs has changed, some program has changed. But there's one thing that I saw as a very powerful advice in this tonight meeting is if you can talk to the management of AXI, what they are doing is most very, very important product, which is AXI Select. Anybody, because one, AXI is a regulated broker. There's no prop firm that is regulated in the whole world. Even FTMO, that is the biggest prop firm in the world, is not regulated. They can decide to do anything. That's why they are selling account. Selling of the account is nonsense. And when they tell you that you have passed, they will still load the demo account funding for you, because they know out of the 10 people that fund the account, they 100% know that 8 will pass. Two will pass. And the money that the other 8 people paid is what they will use to pay the person the first phase. And they know that even when you win the money, that is why I normally tell people, when you go to FTMO YouTube, somebody that gives a testimony this month, you will never see him coming for second month. He has failed, because they know that we are going to collect this money from him. But AXI is a regulated broker, which they can't do something because they are regulated. So I normally tell my people, this is the kind of opportunity you have to stick your head in. So, but this advice that Mr. Gerard observed, because I listened to him, if you can help us tell the AXI team, AXI company, the members, that if they can just add one column of that $250, instead they don't need to alter what is there. They just add that $250 at least, because some of AXI people like yourself, you know that even $250 is not a baby money in Africa. Yeah, because in South Africa, $250 is about 5,000 rand. 5,000 rand, 5,000 rand is not a baby money. You understand? It's not a baby money. That's what I know.
And with that money.
Yeah. So if you can just do it and push it for African clients.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Yeah.
So that maybe by end of this year or next year, we have that column so that we can work with you guys. And guys, you know, we normally say, let me tell you, there's no crime in you to do Forex business. Forex business in what? You can sign up with IB with AXI. And when you sign up with AXI with your IB link, you can, if you are with Adelola, you can tell Adelola to put you through. If you have interest with me, I will put you through. Why are you doing that? So that you won't be desperate trader. Because whenever you bring people to AXI reward you from their trade. And that alone will give you what we call residual income. So when you are trading your money, you are not having pressure, because you know that at the end of the month, money will come from other source. In as much you don't have that mentality that money must come from other source, for you to be a good trader, you will still be failing in trading. So anytime that you have interest, there are two ways. There are two sides of Forex trading. There's a forex business, there's a forex trader. So I will advise anybody following me. It took me time to understand this, but I will never hide it away from anybody. Anybody that have the skill, please, to be a forex trader is a gem. It's a very powerful skill. You can transfer it from yourself to your kids, from your kids to your grandchild, but you can't transfer your certificate to anyone. Your PhD, your master, your BSc, you can't transfer it to your child. But if you're a good trader, you can transfer it to generation to come. You understand? But because the money come in consistent, a bit by bit, you can do forex business with it. But make sure that your forex business does not have underlying lies. Don't lie to people. Just tell them the truth of the business. If they join you, you enjoy it because you have credibility for many people to follow you. So forex business, forex trader, both of them are good to go. So I would say we are going to call it off tonight until we meet again. I think we have another presentation tomorrow from one of our partners from Nigeria. So I will post everything in the group so that we can see. Mr. Sibongile, please, good night. Let's release you.
Good night.
Yeah,
thank you,
I will
everyone.
talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, so good night.
All right.
And all the members of
Thank you.
all the members, we are saying good night also because time has gone. Let's go and sleep. Whatever thing we are going to do tomorrow, you see from the group. Thank you very much, everyone, and good night. Bye.